All right, I've got Camille for you. He is a B1 licensed aircraft engineer and is licensed for Boeing 737 Classics in Nugent, ATRs, and Embraer. He is also a Part 147 instructor, ground training instructor, and Aviation magazine editor. And it's funny because we actually talk about so how do you do it all? How are you an engineer? How are you an instructor? And then how do you edit magazine? So his response is pretty cool, and he has a reply for it. He also has deep experience with aircraft line maintenance, especially in one-man bases, talking about feeling alone in a one-man base. This is an awesome conversation. He's a great guy. I really enjoyed talking with him. He has great and deep experience. I think you all will benefit from the conversation. He brings up something really important about the skill or the biggest problem he sees on the engineering side, and I really implore you to listen through and to kind of grab that and really listen to what he has to say, because whether it's him, whether it's myself, or whether it's you listening, I think you probably all have the same experience, and maybe you even are the culprit of what he's talking about, but then that'll give you an idea of how to overcome it. So I'm really excited to bring this conversation to you. Just do know that for whatever reason, it didn't record me. So you'll see Camille. You won't see me. You'll hear my voice and you'll see my picture in the corner, just so you can see how the conversation flows. I wish I could have got me on, but it just didn't happen that way. So again, this video is being brought to you in the Never Forget Your Wings Aircraft Maintenance Network. It is a new LinkedIn group that we're trying to bring awareness to the behind the scenes experts in the aviation industry. Whether it's Camille as an engineer, myself on the material and in supply chain end of things, buyers, maintenance, engineering, logistics, whoever it might be, we want to bring this knowledge to you. So if you get to this video for whatever reason and it's not through the group, please go to the group and join us. We would love to see you in there. So without further ado, I introduce you to Camille. Enjoy. How you doing?
Hi Nate, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Not so bad.
Good, good. Let me ask you, how do you say your name? Because I think I was butchering it earlier.
Camille.
Camille, that's what I said. That's what I said. Perfect. How's your day going? You feeling all right?
Yeah, just it can be a little bit loud because I'm at home and my daughter came back from kindergarten, so it can be a little bit noisy.
It is what it is, right? No, not a problem. Not a problem. And it looks like I can hear you on my end. So tell us a little bit about yourself. B1 aircraft engineer. It looks like you pretty much do it all. You're an engineer. You train. And you also edit Aviation magazine. So how do you fit it all in your day?
I started when I was 14. Yes, I decided when in that age, I was really young when I decided that I want to be in aviation. Yes,
right.
And not far away from my home, 170 kilometers from my home, was a technical aviation secondary school.
Right.
And they had department which was dedicated for basically for aircraft technicians. Yes.
Okay.
And I started there when I was 14, and I finished technical school when I was 20, and I applied to LOT Polish Airlines, national airline in Poland. And I started my adventure with airline business. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and in the same time, I continued my education on the university as a journalist on journalism and social communication department. So I was studying there 3 years. I made the journalist license or something like this. And in the same time, I was cooperating with the most popular aviation magazine, general aviation magazine, aviation review.
Aviation
And
review.
I started from some. I was writing about rally and precision flying competitions, and then when my knowledge about engineering work, engineers work, etc., was enough, I started writing about proper maintenance on the aircrafts and what is the maintenance, who are aircraft engineers, how to make a license,
Right.
things like this. And after in 2010, I think I found European Union program for instructors, for trainers, and they organized some school for trainers, fully free, so I didn't have to pay for it. It was for I didn't have to pay. I paid my taxes. Yes.
Right. So you paid a little bit. Can't forget the taxes.
Yeah. But I made this training for instructors, and I started my job also as a teacher. Yeah.
Okay.
First on ATPL trainings in my friend flight training organization.
Right.
And because he's also instructor, but he's a pilot instructor, and together with his friend, they opened school for pilots, and they asked me to make a training for pilots about basically airframe and engines construction,
Right.
and the aircraft systems. So
that's what so that you went from engineer to editor to training. It kind of just like naturally transgressed with your experience. It sounds like with your experience in engineering, it led you to being able to teach others kind of your knowledge base, both on the editing side and also on the training side. Is that correct?
Yeah.
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 What led you to engineering? Because that's kind of where it all started for you. What led you to engineering? Was it like a childhood passion, aviation, or was there maybe a little bit more details behind that?
Lego.
Lego, really?
Lego.
Okay. What about it? You saw one of the toys and you just like putting it together?
Once my mother bought me, how to say, the Lego helicopter, yes? And I was 7 or 6. And I said, "Wow, it's nice, to build the helicopter." Next was a plane, and later my grandfather told me that he was connected, a little bit related with aviation after Second World War, and for a few years he was, I don't know how to say in English, but he was responsible for a store department in Polish Air Force school.
Oh wow!
And
okay.
He was, he wasn't a storeman, but he was a guy who is responsible to supply the store and the maintenance with all what they need. Yes.
Right.
So he told me a little bit about aviation, and he was building with me some flying models, and that's it.
Wow.
So I think it was related.
So you can contribute your engineering passion for Legos and your grandfather.
Yeah, okay. Something like this. But the Lego toys was a first meeting with some construction of aircrafts and things like this.
That's
and
amazing.
In Poland, because that's I was growing up during basically late socialism, late communism in Poland.
Right.
So Lego wasn't, now you can go to each kiosk with cigarettes and you can buy small Lego. Mm-hmm. In that moment, I know that my mother bought this Lego, and it was miracle. I know that in my class there were only 3 kids who had Lego in that time. So
Wow.
I was really happy kid.
Yeah,
because
excited.
because of this. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that sets you up for the rest of your career. That's amazing. So you go through engineering, you go through editing, you go through training. How do you keep your days organized? Because obviously a lot of us we have a lot: aviation, AOGs, engineering, problems, solutions. Everything kind of hits you all at once. How do you organize yourself?
Now I have a very, how to say, very comfortable life because I work for a charter airline company, and we have a shift system where we work 14 days in a row on the outstation, and after we have minimum 14 days off.
Wow.
So basically, when I'm at work, I'm focused only on the work, on this what I have to do. Together with my friends, we run our outstation. We take care about the plane, and after it's finished, we go home. Everyone goes to another part of Europe,
Also,
and that's it.
you come in from different places.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah,
wow,
yeah,
wow,
yeah,
wow, wow. Now,
yeah.
do you take the company plane, or do you fly? How does people get there? Or do they take different airlines? How do they organize getting you all into the outstations?
Uh, we use, we use the cheapest and the fastest way. Yes. So if you have a direct connection from your place where you live, and let's say the ticket costs are acceptable for us, he fly
Whoever.
with a plane, or if he lives not far away from place where we work, depends on the guy. Yes, does he wants to travel with his car, or that's company here is really flexible, and basically we have some contracts with or agreements with another airlines to get the good tickets in a good price. Yeah.
Okay. And which airline are we specifically talking about? I know, but
Primera Air. It's
Primera,
a
yep.
small charter airline. We have now 8 airplanes,
Right.
so it's
Decent. So tell me, so you all come to the outstations. Obviously, you run into a lot of problems on a day-to-day, I'm sure, with your aircraft. What is kind of a horror story that you've had to deal with in the last 12 months? Something that kind of really blew up, because you know there's tons of them. I know you do. And how did you overcome it? What's a good example of a horror story? Because we can kind of all relate.
You know what? To be honest, here in Primera Air, it's not a big deal. That's we don't have a huge problems. Yes, especially during winter. So winter time is really chill for us.
Right.
My plane flies maybe 3 days in during a week, because
Okay.
we make a charter service. Yes,
Right.
so winter is basically that period. Yes, nothing happens. Yes, but from my experience, not far away, not long time ago, when I was working for Ryanair. Ryanair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah, yeah. It's it's European Southwest. Yes.
Yeah, they're huge. Yep.
Yeah, and it's really massive company. They have 80 or 85 even now outstations, more than 300 airplanes. And I was managing. Basically, I was first Polish aircraft engineer employed by Ryanair here in Poland. Yes, so I was starting everything, helping setting up the many things here in Poland. And it was really nice experience. But the worst thing what I once had here, I came for my night shift during winter, and weather was so because it was minus 15 during night, and snow, etc., etc. All the worst weather what you can imagine during winter was that day.
Right.
I came to see my planes, and Ryanair has a fleet adjusted for the summer period, for summer flights. Yes, And during winter, sometimes they have even 40 spare aircrafts. We were calling it spare aircrafts, which were waiting for something, yes, and they were located around of the Europe, yes, in some airports, to support this region in case of AOG, yes.
Right.
Of course, only during winter, because during summer all planes were flying all the time. And one spare aircraft, I came to the spare aircraft and I saw huge wet spot under the left mine landing gear. And I said, oh, water, but oh, come on, -12, it cannot be water.
No, it'd be ice.
Yeah, it could be ice, but not wet spot. It cannot be wet.
Right.
So I jump out from the car, run to the gear, and what I have heard, the whistle sound of running out nitrogen from the strut. Yeah. And it was really bad story, because it was 1 minute base without hangar, without nothing. And Ryanair has good equipment, very good equipment on the outstation, but it's outstation. It's not the mine base or the super base.
They don't stock you up with everything that you need.
Yes. So in 3 days, we organize service for this maintenance for this plane. We lifted up all aircraft because we had to take out the inner tube from the shock absorber, yes. So we had to lift up the plane on the ramp, all the plane, and replace the strut seals, yes. So it was really, really, really huge job, especially when outside was a temperature of -10, yeah.
Oof.
So was a little bit shit.
Yeah, literally. How long did it take you to kind of solve that problem? Or was the plane grounded for a while?
Basically, plane was grounded from Friday to Friday.
So a week.
It was bad story, because it was really a bad moment, because I found it Friday evening. What is a Friday evening? It doesn't matter, it's aviation or another industry. Friday evening, come on, everyone is chill. Yeah. Most people are in the pub or in the cinema with girlfriends. So
everybody was gone.
Yeah. I called to maintenance control. I told them in Dublin, look guys, and this is a problem when, for example, the maintenance control is 2,000 kilometers from you, yeah? Mm-hmm. You have to, when you have a problem, you cannot call them and tell, Houston, we have a problem, yes? Right. My duty as a B1 is tell them what is the problem, how I see this, and what solution I have already, yes, for them. To start solving a problem, yes. And I called to them, told them story, and they asked me, can you do something with it? I said, okay, I will make a few pictures, and you will tell me what can I do, because in this moment I don't see any solution, and in that moment I didn't have any solution. I didn't have the shock absorber fluid and the special pump. Nothing, yes. Mm-hmm. And second thing, if I will refill the strut with fluid and nitrogen, it will not solve the problem, because the seal was leaking, yes. And that's it. And I sent them picture. 5 minutes later, they told me that they are preparing AOG team. And they sent me 7 tons of equipment, of spare parts, etc., etc. Everything. The huge jacks to lift up 737. Wow. Everything.
Did they send that to you, Comat?
Excuse me?
Did they send that to you, company material on a flight, or how did they get that material to
you? Everything was on flights from Stansted, London Stansted, and from Dublin.
Okay. On a Ryanair airplane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, they are really well prepared for things like this.
You have to be, don't you?
Yeah, because that's now they have in this moment they have two Learjets. I don't remember 75 or 65, which are dedicated only for AOG.
Wow. So two Learjets dedicated for AOGs
Yes,
only.
they have 320 airplanes and forecast for another 150 or even 180.
Yeah.
In 2025, they want to have fleet of 500 airplanes.
That's amazing.
737 NG and 737 Max.
Yeah.
So that's a huge fleet, and Ryanair is really nice organized. They are really they have a huge experience with this aircraft, and they really know how to run fleet of this aircraft. Yeah.
Well, they're doing it well. I mean, you got to give them credit. I mean, a lot of people like giving them a tough time and whatnot, but they know how to run an efficient and profitable airline. I mean, nobody can say that they can't do that. They're one of the best at it.
I have heard a lot of bad stories about Ryanair, yes, and of course, all rumors have some roots, always have some roots,
right.
Yes, but I never met with them with some with all this bullshit what you can hear, that they don't care about equipment, they don't care about quality of airplanes. No. That's there is a huge pressure to keep aircraft serviceable as much as is possible. And when I was leaving Ryanair, acceptable hill list, hold item list, was 3 defects, maximum 3 defects on the hold item list. Yes, and if you had something on hold item list, procedure was first scheduled maintenance, and after take care about hills to solve the problem as soon as possible. They never wait until end of the hill. Right. They do this basically. Hill is open only when you don't have a spare parts or you don't have a manpower. Yes.
Yeah.
It's never like this that they open hill because somebody wants to open hill, doesn't want to solve the defect. Yes.
Right.
So
they're looking to solve the defect as soon as possible, and
yes,
well, because they're going to lose money otherwise if the plane's grounded, if they have crappy material, if they have crappy service, if they have crappy maintenance, they're going to lose more money than that crappy maintenance can provide. So
yes, exactly. That's this is what I notice. For them, plane is a tool for making money. Yes. The same for me. Screwdriver is my toolbox. Is my
right.
brings me profits. So I take care about my toolbox. Yeah.
Right.
I really take care about my tools because those tools give me they pay my bills. Yes.
Yeah. They are the revenue generator. So and you're obviously natural born sales skills.
Mm-hmm. So they try to keep they try to keep aircraft as long as it's possible in the air, right, with the best condition that is possible, because many people say, they keep aircraft in the air no matter for costs. Yes. And they understand cost as a pure condition of the plane. Yes.
Right.
No, here is different. They keep aircraft, doesn't matter for a cost, and cost means money. Right. They put a lot of money to keep aircrafts in the air.
You spend money to make money, kind of the concept, right?
Yeah.
Would that be then one of the things? So what's one thing on the engineering side that you see that you would change industry-wide? If there was one thing that you see over and over again, when it comes to engineering, what would you change?
To be honest, attitude of people.
Attitude, really?
Yeah.
Well,
because,
what do you mean? What do you mean attitude? I think I see this quite a bit too.
You know what? That's people many times they don't care. They totally don't care. That's they don't. Many times they don't realize that small problem can bring another problem and another problem. And this chain of problems started somewhere on the beginning with a small thing, brings on the end of the chain is a disaster. That's it looks like this, and many times people totally don't care. And I'm not talking about only maintenance, but I'm talking about their own health and safety. And I remember once when I was teaching guys from technical university, and they came for some practical training, 1 week practical training to my outstation, and I showed guys how to add oil to the engine, and I give them box with engine oil, I give them can opener and box with rubber gloves,
Right.
and full box of rubber gloves, no problem. Yes, you can do what you want with it. Yes. So they take out the rubber gloves, they put it on the ground, they take out the oil engine cans, open it, and start adding to the engine. And I ask, guys, why you do like this? What? I gave you the gloves, the rubber gloves. Why you don't use skin protection? The oil is very, very toxic. This is poison. It makes cancer. It contains a lot of unhealthy ingredients. It has a huge influence for your health. Why you don't use the gloves? And what I heard as an answer, it was better before because we didn't realize that it's so dangerous.
Oh man. So lack of caring. And that so let's talk about that. So they have a lack of caring about their own safety. So do they then have a lack of caring about other people's safety?
You know what? If you don't care about yourself, how you can care about another people and equipment what we give you?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
That's the main thing. That people. That companies spend a lot of money for training. Yes, and people many times they have heard something during the training, but they don't put those information in their own life at work.
Right.
That's we had in one company we had accidents, and everyone knows how to use leather, and company bought us very nice, very comfortable and very safe leathers with and very expensive because one leather costed approximately €500. So for a leather, it's a lot of money, you know. And some guy opened the leather, and it was it's a compact leather. You can use it as a letter A shape, or you can make it straight, and put it on the wall, or you can when it's in a letter, it can stand alone,
Right.
And he put it in a leather shape, and on the side of the leather there is a huge mark. Don't step over this point. Yes. What he did? He was doing something on the bottom of the wing of 737. He went up on the top of the ladder, or on the peak, and what happened? Of course, he fell down, yes, and he sued the company.
Oh.
He sued the company that he fell from the ladder, and of course, company give him some money and tell him, that's this is for you, and
go away.
Go away, yeah.
Yeah.
Go away, and that's it. We don't want to have a problem with you, and we don't want to waste time and money to make a trial with you, and that's it's not the point, yes. But he had induction training, he had safety training, and huge placard on the huge mark on the leather. Nothing, that's he said that he, and my colleague was involved in the investigation, and 50 meters from the plane in the technical area, there were proper steps with the handrails, with a special platform. He could use it, but he was alone, he was lazy, and he said that he will not pull the steps under the plane because it was too hard for him to bring the proper steps. Yeah.
Right.
So that's for me, this is things like this. This is a huge problem. Yeah.
Yeah. And it goes all back kind of to the attitude that you said. So for people in engineering that are going to see us or that maybe want to get into engineering because you do the training, and we're headed up on 30 minutes, so I don't want to take too much more of your time, but what's one of the primary skills that engineers should kind of all gravitate towards? Is there one skill that you would say that they should all kind of adopt as their own?
That's there is no one skill.
Right.
It's aircraft engineers. We are a combination of many skills.
Right.
And it's a cocktail of skills. That's I can tell you what brings a good flavor for this cocktail.
There you go.
It's
Okay.
First thing, manual skills. Mm-hmm. Second thing, you have to be open for new things. That's the first thing. You have to be open for new things. Mm-hmm. You cannot be closed in the box.
Right.
I was doing like this all the time, and it's a proper way. Maybe there is a better way, and it's pain in the ass, but always followed by procedures, followed by IMM. So let's say that you have to be responsible. Yes, you have to feel responsibility, mm-hmm. and you have to be open for another people. You have to be open for another people because in another case, even if you work alone, sometimes you need help. Yes, mm-hmm. And if you don't know how to cooperate with another people, nobody give you a hand.
Right, in different departments too, because I see a lot of the times as engineers, mechanics, and other people kind of get a little combative with each other, but it's more of a team environment than, everybody has their own parts, but it's more about a team environment. And when everybody works together, they can accomplish the goals of the airline, the charter service, or whatever it might be.
And one thing, you know what? There is one thing. There is one thing which is really important. Mm-hmm. I don't know it's a proper word in English. Humility.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a big one.
You have that's how to say, this industry, this part of industry requires humility, because if you don't have a respect for this job, it will kick your ass very, very painfully. Yeah,
and it could put you in danger, and it could lead to passenger safety as well. So there's a lot more things going on than that, just one individual person.
Mm. And there is one thing what I like in my students when I teach people, that usually when I start my theoretical classes, I always tell them, look, listen, there is no stupid questions. Yes, right. Please always ask about everything what you don't know. Mm-hmm. It's not a shame to ask. Right. It's a shame to do something when you don't know how to do it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because there is always someone who has more experience than you, who has more knowledge than you. Maybe even not general knowledge. Yes, I was supervisor on some HX, and I was working with young engineers, and they were making things in 15-20 minutes, which could take me, I don't know, 1 hour or more. Yes, and I have a B1 license. They were trainees. They were just mechanics. but they were doing this each night during last 1 year. Yes. So, and for me, I had to print out the manual, come to the plane and go with the manual step by step. Yes. And for them, they of course had a manual, but they were doing this basically automatically because each night they were making the same test. Yeah.
Repetition builds habit.
So that's sometimes, you know, you have to, how to say, hide your license to the pocket and go to the young guy and ask him how to do something, because I see that you do this much more better than I do this. Yes. And
so
come on,
me. Yeah.
Teach me. And next time I will be the master. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's it. And when you make something wrong, this is also important. When you do something wrong, or where you did something wrong, come and say that I did it. I made mistake. We are here and we have a problem, and that's it. Because when you have situation like this, that someone will come and tell you that something is wrong, he made mistake.
Right. Well, then you can learn from it. You can go from there. You can learn from it.
Yeah. And you know, that's only people who do nothing, they don't make mistakes. But in my opinion, this is the biggest mistake. Yes.
Yeah. And we know they make mistakes.
Yeah.
If they claim they don't, they're lying. All right, Camille. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you. You know, I'm going to jump off now because I've taken enough of your time. Again, it was a pleasure, and I'm sure we'll be speaking online somewhere.
Okay, no problem.
Right.
If you will have any questions or somehow I can help you, contact with me.
And you as well. You as well. Take care, friend.
Okay, thank you, Nate.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.